Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, sitting here with Tad, and across the interwebs from us is Phil. What's up, Phil?
What? Hey, how'd you do that? How'd you get
Uh,
there? Did
it was really fun because Tad called my store last night, and then my wife answered.
It was
Mhm.
it was tough because there aren't a lot of there aren't a lot of buildings and trees for web swinging between Round Lake and Laverne, but we made it work.
Uh, so then Tad came and visited this evening and then hung around till we could do the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
you know,
we
definitely
are
We,
coming
wish I
to you
could be there.
live from the Nexus Vault and
we
from Phil's living room.
Yep,
Yep.
Phil,
Except that we're not live. We're
Phil's
live
No.
on tape delay.
Live recording.
Phil's house and my store.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ooh, you
This
have
is
a
an apartment.
Spider-Man clock.
I do. My mom bought
He
it.
has a Spider-Man clock.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see if we can get it in the picture for the viewers
Oh,
at
awesome. That is
home.
What viewers at
Spider-Man's
home?
mansion.
That's the joke.
Yep.
All right. Let's get down to business, fellas.
So, New York City Department of Education Civics for All Comics Group,
Woohoo.
which we featured recently because Henry Barajas did a couple of books for them that Good Trouble is collecting soon. They released a book this week called Know Your Rights from Alex Segura and David Hahn to inform readers of their rights when confronted by DHS and or ICE. Um, so
Fantastic.
those are also all available as free downloads. All of the Civics for All Comics Group comics are available as free downloads from the New York City Department of Education website. So just little Civics for All Comics Group,
Right.
and you'll get there.
Yeah.
It's one of those the dark thought that goes through my mind right now is like, imagining myself 10 years ago if I had sent a message through time and been like, hey, guess what? In 10 years, Trump's going to be president again. How big of a mind fuck that would be. Comparatively, I'm hoping that 10 years from now we don't look back on this moment and say, hey, remember when we had rights?
We might.
I mean,
I don't think it's far-fetched to think that
I sometimes think that now regarding where we are from 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
I
I
mean,
know. I
comparatively,
mean,
yeah, a lot's
you're
slipped
right.
away.
Phil, in
Yeah.
2015, I would have never thought in 2026
Yeah.
that we would still be Donald Trump era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit.
mean, we all thought we'd be past his lunacy, right? Because in
Right.
2015, he was running for president. We all knew that this was
We
crazy.
all knew that there was no way he was going to win.
No,
Well,
exactly.
I mean, that was the
We all
terrifying
knew
part.
that until like a couple hours before he actually won.
Right. And like, just, I don't know. I remember that time feeling on like an emotional seesaw of like worried that it could happen. And then having moments of like, no, it's not going to happen. It's fine. And then something else happens. You're like, oh shit, it's back on the table. It's within possibility.
Yeah,
But
Yep.
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I don't
But
discredit
but
anything
but
though.
Phil, we're not to what kind of week has it been yet?
That's fair. That's fair.
We have cool comics news before we get to what kind of week has it been.
Let's not undersell how cool this news is too.
Okay, I have a side note to this once you introduce this here.
Okay. Batman, Superman, and Weird Al.
Okay.
That's
World's
right.
weirdest.
All right. So Weird Al is doing shows soon this fall, I
I know.
believe.
I think Kelly and I have tickets for Madison.
I just got asked if I wanted to go. I believe Minneapolis is what I was
Okay.
asked.
Yeah.
So
The answer is yes, Tyler.
go, you go, I'll go. We'll compare notes.
Yeah. No, I've been a couple of times.
Okay.
His band is ridiculous.
They're good. They're
Yeah.
really good. They play
Actually, my
that.
favorite show of his that I've been to is we went to his ill-advised or self-indulgent ill-advised vanity tour, um, where he only played his original songs rather than his
Wow.
parodies. And he's a
Impressive.
really good songwriter.
I believe it. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so what's this book about? Batman, Superman, Weird Al, World's Weirdest.
does it matter?
No, but I mean, like, what's the?
I mean, honestly,
With Batman, Superman.
so
I think,
I
do I still have it up from the beat? I still have it up from the beat. What I have is it has vibes from Weird Al himself.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, I
and
hope
it looks like it's got some Mr. Mystic type guys playing kazoo, guitar, and accordion.
That makes sense.
interesting.
The fifth dimension is being hit with an affliction that turns everything dull and ordinary. But Mr.
Mixoplex.
Mixoplick reaches out to Superman and Batman for help. The same plague has struck Earth. And instead of dialing H for hero, there's only one person to call: Weird Al. Get ready for a wild one shot where the one and only Weird Al Yankovic joins the world's finest team.
That's hilarious.
And here I was hoping that like Weird Al would get to like update the dialogue on an old issue.
Oh, look at this cover.
You know, with
Oh, that's good.
his
I love the
panache.
Batman in the button down.
This one's pretty good too.
For once,
oh my gosh,
for
that's
once,
good. His hair.
Yeah,
Tad
his
and
hair is the
Tyler are
best.
able to communicate without screen share, so I'm
Oh.
in the same boat as you, dear listeners.
We're leaving Phil out.
Okay.
Damn it! I knew I should have driven last night. Damn it!
I told, hey, I gave you enough notice that you could
Technically,
have been here.
All right, you can see.
Okay,
Fine.
this was the first one that I was showing him that
okay. Yeah,
that
this is Batman and Superman in button-down shirts with their classic logos on it. Weird Al hanging out
All right.
between them.
And this one was pretty cool.
That does
With
look
everybody in the
interesting.
hair.
Yep, yep. Everyone's trapped in. That's Riley Rossmo. It looks like.
I think so.
Yes, yeah. Then there's. All right,
There's that one.
all right. You know, that wouldn't have been my fashion choice, but
Okay. This next one,
There's Mixoplex.
Yep.
we hadn't gotten to the best part
uh-huh.
before Phil complained that he wasn't included. So Tyler, they're again wearing
Like
Superman
Hawaiian
and
shirts.
Batman Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's even better than the last ones.
But
Oh, that's great.
In
Oh, wow.
2D.
Okay, that's
I love
fantastic.
it. I
And that's
love
right
it.
over.
It's a brag about the most mediocre viewing form. Right?
Mediocre.
In 2D. I'm gonna do that.
but
Mediocre.
also the placement of the 2D.
Right over
Oh.
little weirdo.
Got it.
Yep. I mean, the guys have their underoos. Al had to have something to compensate.
So yeah, that's the good news. Now, Phil, if you want to be Debbie Downer, you can
Oh God. Oh,
get into what kind of week has it
what kind of
been?
week has it been, Tad? I mean, you've been traveling, so that's exciting at least.
I mean, I will toss out that there was a like this is just funny as fuck. This
Mhm.
like I like to share my news sources. My I like strict scrutiny, but I also like balls and strikes for court watching.
Mhm.
And today's balls and strikes, um, talking about the Senate must not confirm any more judges. But it specifically tells the story of Judge Ryan Nelson of the Ninth Circuit, who's facing criminal charges in Idaho, stemming from his participation in a time-honored quintessential American ritual, starting a fight about a parking space in a mostly empty parking lot.
Wow. Incredible.
Here's the
incredible.
picture of how he parked his truck.
Clearly in three spaces. Although
Totally
there
the
are
way that the drivers of big trucks park their
Yeah.
trucks
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
They do it here.
However, there
They do
are
it
also
from-
three empty spaces on either side of this monstrosity.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
So the other person involved, since they're the victim,
Mhm.
they're they're only being referred to as bewildered bald guy, came and parked
Oh,
his truck like this.
wow. Immediately next to the poorly parked first truck,
Right, right.
albeit not any better, also being well over the line.
Well, because he had to be
He had
because there wasn't room for him.
he couldn't have
But
left the space in between.
apparently said to him, um, da-da-da, learn to park.
Okay.
Um, this prompted
Hmm.
the judge
Hmm.
to slap his glasses off of him and stomp on them.
Oh my. All
Whoa.
right.
He
That's some
denied touching him, which would be as Jay Willis points out, would
uh-huh.
be borderline superhuman fine motor skills.
Right?
Yeah.
But it
Snatched
did
the
not deter
glasses.
prosecutors from charging him with battery and malicious injury to property, which
Yeah.
in Idaho are misdemeanors punishable by fines of up to $1,000 and jail terms of 6 months and 12 months, respectively. So he's looking at up to
Wow.
18 months jail time. However, being that this is the United States of America and he is a justice, he's still hearing cases.
Wow.
Well, because he has
Wow.
life year tenure unless he's impeached, which means that 30
And they're not impeaching him.
that
So
you'd have to have 66
Wow.
senators willing to remove him from office.
Are we about
that
to
is
see
crazy.
American jail court
I
happen
don't
right
know.
now?
I don't
Holy
know. But
shit.
here's the great thing. Before he became a lifetime tenure justice. Apparently, he had logged at least 28 traffic citations, including in 2011, where police clocked him driving a Hyundai Elantra on the freeway at 100 miles an hour.
He had
Holy.
places to be.
Well, no, the quote from Jay Willis is, as a former Hyundai Elantra owner myself, I honestly did not think it was possible for one to attain such a speed without Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis driving it off a cliff first.
Yeah, how in the world did
Incredible. Oh, I bet that thing was shaken apart like a glass
So
tumbler. Holy crap.
welcome to the Trump judiciary.
Oh,
But yeah, no,
incredible.
like it's worth going to Balls and Strikes so you can see these pictures. Like yes, the judge paired incredibly poorly, but it's not like there aren't lots of other spots in the lot.
Right? Oh, you know,
This this
sometimes,
was this was this was big guy in a or guy in a or actually they both look kind of little. So little guy in a big black truck versus
mhm.
little guy in a big white truck is
Yep.
essentially what this boiled down
This was a small off, if you know what I mean.
to. So yeah, and tying it back to comics, Nate Powell wrote about that kind of truck in Save It for Later. Uh Available now, I think, from Top Shelf. Does that sound right?
That sounds
Yeah.
like a familiar title.
It's been out for a while. Anyway, uh, uh, also, we had another one of those. Oh, the war is almost over, says the President of the United States, and the people in Iran say,
What?
"Stay what?"
Yeah. Right. Oh,
Nobody
goodness.
informed us.
We didn't get that
Oh.
memo.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, a proportional response to a helicopter going down
Yeah.
and nobody dying, and the helicopter might have gone down because it hit one of our own drones.
Hmm. Hmm.
Might have been one of their drones. What might have been one of our drones? At least the last time I was reading anything about it, it wasn't 100% clear.
Right.
The proportional response, and he even dropped like West Wing clip about proportional response.
Oh,
He
no.
clearly didn't watch the whole episode. Was to knock out the clean water for 20,000 people.
Wow.
What?
You know,
Because nothing says greet us as your saviors like we're going to kill civilians by taking away their fresh drinking water.
I was about to say that, from a certain perspective, every president is a war criminal, but never has it been so clear so quickly.
I don't know about every president. I imagine there are some
Yeah.
that it would be hard to pin it on, but certainly
Yeah.
not in my lifetime.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the
Um,
president does it, it's not a war crime. I don't know.
I mean, honest, like I love Barack Obama, but if the trade I had to make to see
Right.
Trump in front of The Hague was that we had to see Obama in front of The Hague too.
Yeah, it's a hard, yeah, that's a,
I would
You
have
throw
more
it.
confidence that Trump would leave prison, or that
yeah,
Obama would leave prison at some time during his lifetime.
Right?
yeah. I mean, I think this is that's one of those need to do more research on how the Nazi trials actually went before considering, uh, uh, trying them
They
again.
they didn't go as well as I would have liked.
Exactly. So, you know.
And
Goodness,
it
I
doesn't
am
mean we can't do better.
right, right. That too. That too. Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah, but the war is over.
that was
So-
actually
so-
one of the
You can relax.
one of the
But-
lessons in Rucka's Forged this week.
Yeah.
Was that like it's a distinct lack of imagination if you believe that anything you can imagine your opponent can imagine and will do to you.
Mm,
Like an inability to imagine that your opponent might also have morals.
right.
Yeah.
Becomes a race to the bottom.
Yeah.
So anyway, screw all that. I'm ready to talk comics.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Let's get into some initial orders
Mm-hmm.
due on June 25th.
Uh-huh.
I think Tyler's up first.
Yeah, this I looked at this one because it said Black Tower and I thought Stephen King. But Black Tower, the Raven Conspiracy from Ram V and Mike Perkins, out from DC. Occult warfare is a fantasy, or is that what they want you to think? 23-year-old Darren Burrows out of Audubon, Pennsylvania, is a gifted rookie sent under the guise of a diplomatic aide to train with Division 9, an obscure, outdated, and easily dismissed arm of British intelligence that specializes in dealing with paranormal incidents. In the right sort of spy circles, they're known by a different, more feared name, Black Tower.
Yeah, I don't know which spy circles those are.
All right. Next up, there is Eclipse of Moths, a one-shot from Will Tempest with Strangers.
At strangers.
At Strangers, the festival has arrived. Discard your inhibitions and exult in the feral display of excess. Eclipse of Moths is a body horror created by Will Tempest, presented by Strangers Publishing in fervorous full color, alongside a new additional short horror tale, Little Worm. Let go and be swept up in this carnival of horrors. That's going to have a final order cutoff of July 13th, in stores August 5th.
The Last Driver, #1 from Sean Murphy and Simon Goff. A technology in America.
You skipped over my Lancer.
Oh, okay, fine.
All right. So Tad was so eager, he didn't realize I had one before him.
Yeah, you get to go twice before I get to go once.
Lancer. Lancer from Mike Costa and Jake Baker from Bad Idea. In the near future, if you need extra cash, you open an app, accept a hunt, get paid to exterminate whatever dangerous species is overrunning your part of the world. Coyotes in California, king cobras in Mumbai, feral camels in Australia, and vampire bats in Brazil. If it threatens people, property, or profit, Lancer puts a bounty on its head. This reminds me, first final order cutoff of July 13th and then out August 12th. This reminds me of that one app where you could like put a price on someone's head.
The Crowded.
Crowded. Yes, that was a great show. Great show.
Great.
Great album. Great run.
That was Christopher Sabella
Thank you.
and Ted and Roe.
Yes.
Great
We
stage
talked
play.
about that recently on Joy, Resistance, Hope, and Survival. If you guys showed up for the book clubs, you'd know these things.
Well, I do know that you had a disjointed cast reunion because you got Tenro at
We
one
did.
time and then
We
and
did.
Chris Sabella at another time. So, you know,
Which meant that there were multiple opportunities to show up for that book club.
I was
multiple.
there in spirit.
All right, now we'll talk The Last Driver #1 from Sean Murphy and Simon Goff at Image Comics. As technology in America advanced, cities began creating the grid, a robotic transportation system that not only made cars obsolete, it made them illegal. But an outlaw named Clutch has no choice but to get behind the wheel one more time. What starts out as a race to save his granddaughter's life quickly turns into a rebellion against technology, fascism, and the future of a divided America. Final order cutoff of July 27th and in stores on August 19th.
Next up, witness the hunter become the hunted in the next hair-raising chapter of a groundbreaking, all-new horror universe. From the twisted minds of rising superstar artist and creative visionary Manix Abrera, New York Times bestselling writer Robert Venditti, and acclaimed indie horror director Brockton McKinney. With an arsenal of top-of-the-line weaponry at his fingertips and a crack team of expert guides at his beck and call, no beast is a match for the man they call the Hunter. That is, until he finds himself face to face with an ancient creature deep in the heart of the African savannah, one thought to be of myth and legend. The hunter will soon find out that no one can withstand the unforgiving jaws of the undead, and no man can escape the Re-Alligator. Re-Alligator #1, A Bad Idea, with final order cutoff of July 6th, in stores August 5th.
Oh man, you have me on the edge of my seat like the whole time.
Thank you.
I was like, whoa, what is this story called? Come on, what is it called? What is it called? The Re-Alligator. That is pretty interesting.
Alligator
Interesting.
again. This time with it's like a zombie alligator thing.
Yeah.
Yumi XXX #1 from Doug Wagner and Hoyt Silva. Yumi is in love. Yumi is lethal. When her MI6 boyfriend disappears, Yumi storms the agency, hacking their network, dismantling their operatives, and setting everything on fire. There, she finds her first ally, a fully AI Lamborghini that's built less like a car and more like a WMD. The anti-spy thriller begins here. How about some graphic novels?
All right. Break from Kayla Miller from HarperCollins. Olive is less than excited to be spending spring break stuck with her dad. Will she be able to make the most of her trip, or will everything break apart? Spring break is full of possibilities, but not for Olive. This year, Olive is leaving her friends and all of their exciting vacation plans behind to visit her dad at his new apartment in the city. Goober is thrilled to spend a whole week with their father and has a long list of activities for their time together. Olive, on the other hand, still remembers the hurt of their dad moving halfway across the world. She would rather spend time with her friend Bree or scrolling through her new phone to keep up with everything she's missing back home than catch up with him. This is going to be final order cutoff of July 6th, out August 5th.
All right. I actually read an advanced copy of this first one this morning, and it was really, really good. Earth to Chris Cleavey from Christoph Bogox and Hannah Krieger from HarperCollins. Chris Cleavey's out-of-this-world imagination has always been fueled by his love for sci-fi. Thankfully, simple routines like tying his shoelaces and picking out his socks have kept him grounded right here on Earth. But this carefully constructed world is shifted when his mom brings home her new boyfriend, Phil. Despite Phil's friendly demeanor, Chris becomes convinced Phil's a member of a mind-controlling alien race from one of his science fiction stories. As the world becomes harder and harder to navigate, Chris discovers the source controlling his behaviors may have a different, more earthly origin. From HarperCollins, final order cutoff is July 27th, in stores on August 26th.
All right. Next up, there's Fun Girl Forever by Elizabeth Pitch from Silver Sprocket. So, what is Fun Girl up to these days? Well, she's definitely changed, although that may be a little hard to believe when you see her on the side of the road giving mouth to mouth to a dead puppy. She's still living with her precious roommate Peter, who's still in a long distance relationship with Becky. But when Fun Girl unexpectedly runs into her former boss Adam, now spiraling into depression and in mortal danger from the turtle racing mafia, she jumps in to help him. Is that a good idea? Almost certainly not. While you can count on Fun Girl to be a loyal, big-hearted friend, you're never far from being pulled into her ever-widening black hole of chaos. That's going to have a final order cutoff of June 29th, in stores August 5th. Next up, some collections.
Barbarian Behind Bars from Elliot Kalin and Andrea Moody. From beyond the limits of time and space comes a warrior whose quest against evil brings his strong arm and battle axe to Earth, where he's swiftly arrested and thrown into prison. Ignorant of English, short-tempered, violent, and with no allies other than his cheese sandwich grilling cellmate and his cynical public defender, the barbarian must find a way to escape his cage before his greatest enemy returns from the dead to use the prison system against him. But can this mythic hero survive a world where a shower can become a death pit and a mystic gem of power is just so much contraband? This is from Mad Cave Studios, final order cutoff of August 3rd and in stores on August 26th.
Alrighty. Death Fight Forever by Andrew McLean, Alexis Zurit, Al Gofa, Sam McKenzie, and Erwin Papa from Image Comics. The world is a harsh place, rife with greed, malice, and corruption. It's a world won in blood and bought in gasoline, a world ripe for the taking. The trans-dimensional demon Lord Slyther aims to do just that, and he'll crush anyone who gets in his way. Of Slyther's countless victims, Super Thief Bash Biggie and ex-Slyther loyalist Sergeant Marla Mendoza may be the only two uniquely gifted enough to stop him. These would-be enemies are fueled by a burning desire for revenge and are ready to chase Lord Slyther to the ends of the universe to reclaim their lives. But first, they'll have to set aside their pasts and learn to work together. Buckle up, Buttercup. We're about to get weird with it. That's going to have a final order cutoff of July 20th, in shops August 12th.
Buttercup. My daughter said that to me this morning. Something about like hurry up, Buttercup or something.
Interesting.
Anywho, I've got Long Lost, the complete edition from Matthew Ehrman and Lisa Sturl from Vault. Long Lost is the story of two estranged sisters who are drawn back to their small southern hometown after receiving invitations from an otherworldly creature. The pair is compelled to unlock the disturbing mysteries that are hidden in Hazel Patch in the hopes of uncovering the bizarre circumstances surrounding their mother. But they must deal with each other first. Final order cutoff is July 6th and will be in shop September 9th. All right, we are moving on to final order cutoff this week.
For Monday, June 22nd, Beware Her Fury for Miriam Malley at Drawn and Quarterly, out August 5th. High Strangeness Deluxe Edition from Chris Condon, Christopher Cantwell, Zach Thompson, Cecil Castellucci, Christian Ward, Dave Chisholm, Noah Bailey, and Valerio Burzo from Oni Press, out on July 15th. Jonah Hex, A Face Full of Violence, back in print from Jimmy Palmiotti, Justin Gray, Luke Ross, and Tony DeZuniga, out from DC on September 1st. Lucky Devils from Charles Sewell and Ryan Brown, collected and out from Image on November 4th. Nano #1 from Alexandra Grant, Matt Kint, and Natacho Bustos, out from Dark Horse July 29th. The Patron #1 from Christian Ward and John J. Pearson, out from Ignition Press on July 29th. And Warbird #1 from Derek Kolstad, Robert Venditti, and Alex Maleev, out from Bad Idea on July 22nd.
Alrighty, crowdfunding. We've got John of the Night by Daryl Cunningham from Avery Hill on Kickstarter through June 19th. Nighthawks by Jimmy Lee at Goats Flying Press on Kickstarter through June 25th. The 2026 Insert Name Comics and Zines Fest put on by Emily Mayer and Ryan Carey on Kickstarter through June 21st. That's going to be a fest held on Sunday, August 30th from noon to 6 p.m. at Oddmart, 2520 Lindell Avenue, South Minneapolis. The Goblin Throne by Mel Gilman with Iron Circus on Kickstarter through June 30th. The Comics Courier #4 from Tiffany Babb on Kickstarter through July 1st. The Forgotten Divine, Mark Russell and Russ Brown from Ahoy on Kickstarter through July 2nd. Scar Tissue Bargains by Stephen Fox on Kickstarter through July 12th. Nerd Emergencies and Other Misunderstandings, a comic showcase of neurodivergent perspectives by Andrew Coltrane, Partly Robot and Zuzu Cartoons on Kickstarter through July 14th. Stellar Remnant #2 by Damon George Hampton on Kickstarter through July 15th, and Tezuka, God of Manga, a documentary by Jason Cohn on Kickstarter, launching soon. Go listen to that. And most of these creators having conversations with Tad in past episodes of 22 Panels. Tyler, what do we got on Humble Bundle?
I think I've talked to everybody but Daryl Cunningham and Jimmy Lee and everybody about this particular Kickstarter except for Tiffany Babb.
Oh, there you go.
But it was a different Comics Courier for Tiffany Babb, so you know.
It was close.
Still plays.
Yeah.
And Andrew's coming back with Zuzu this
There you
week.
go. Okay.
So we'll get a second one.
Before I go into the Humble Bundles, Tad, when do you think that it's Friday night right now? When do you think you'll have this posted?
I will probably have it up on Sunday.
On Sunday.
'Cause
So
that's what
this will
it's
be
due.
done. But
Which one?
oh, I just wanted to point out because this one is really good. Infinite Dread horror comics.
Yeah, I
from
took that
Oni.
off because it was going to be done.
Yep, it's going to be
Yeah,
done
yeah.
in 16 hours, but you will miss it.
Well, but we have talked about it for like the last 3 or 4 weeks.
I know.
So if they miss it, that's on them.
The first Humble Bundle up is Hot Mess Express, a big bundle of misfit heroes and hilarious hijinks from Image. $18 gets you 49 items, which includes 8 billion genies. God hates astronauts. I hate fairyland. Monkey meat. Shirtless bear fighter and Snot Girl.
And I just want to toss out here, Shirtless Bear Fighter is kind of like Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. It is way better and way more intelligent than it has any right to be.
The book industry charitable foundation is where this goes, and it's now been extended to June 15th, which is the day after this
Right.
drops. Next, we have Kodansha Presents BL Yuri and more from Ichijinsha. $30 gets you 61 items, which actually is more than 100 volumes. This goes to the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. And we have till June 19th, which is Thursday or Friday of next week.
That's right.
And then
Friday.
Next up, a Blaze.
Juneteenth.
Next up, a Blaze manga collection and more. $18 for 61 items. And you get, this goes to the Starlight Children's Foundation, and it runs through June 20th.
All right. Amazing books this week. Kelly Sue DeConnick kills it again. She and Sam Humphries and Natasha Bustos brings us the first issue of Skate Ali from Dark Horse. Oh my God, was it good? As was Daredevil #3 from Stephanie Phillips and Lee Garbett and Marvel, and Bleeding Hearts #5 from Dennis Camp and Stippen Morian at DC Vertigo. Phil, take a walk.
Phil?
There we go. I unmuted myself. Okay. Whew, I'm back.
You
I'm back from my walk.
you took a walk in silence.
I did. I did. It was silent contemplation as I went and fed my cats. They harassed me and told me I was late with dinner, so I had to take care of that. But no, this week I seriously feel like I just blinked and it disappeared. I feel like we were just talking like 20 minutes ago. And not just when we were literally talking 20 minutes ago, but like last episode 20 minutes ago. So it's been a weird time blindness week for me. Have you managed to read any One Piece this week? Couple
I have
chapters,
read 2 chapters.
which is
Wow.
one more chapter than
I am
I've
up
read.
to 693 chapters of One Piece have been read in 103 weeks.
That is 2 chapters more than me this week. Like,
I thought of an interesting equalizer.
what?
Could Tyler watch all of the One Piece anime before Tad reads all of the One Piece manga?
Oh,
You have he does have a TV in the store, so that is
Yeah.
possible.
I do, and I
Yeah.
have Crunchyroll because I
Yeah.
watch
I'm
anime
just saying.
because the kids that come in here want to watch anime.
They love One Piece. The kids love One
Uh-huh.
Piece.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
know? I'm just saying this,
I'm gonna get back into it one way or the other, whether it's the manga, the Netflix show, the anime. I'm gonna do it.
Well, in the meantime, I'll keep
Before
reading,
long, the other Netflix show.
Oh,
right?
really? There's another one.
The other anime. Oh yeah. It's
Well, those are the same.
yes. Yeah, that's fair. But no, I managed to read one more chapter of Tower Dungeon, which has continued to be incredible. As I continue to read
Isn't
as much of the
Tower
rest.
Dungeon an oxymoron?
Kind
Tower
of.
Dungeon. Yeah, those are like an
Kind of.
opposite, right?
That's a
So
good,
it's like,
yeah. And yet this tower is very dungeon-like. So yeah, no, that's a good point. I do love a good oxymoron. So yeah, that's probably why I'm liking this.
Well, I mean,
moron.
you're a moron and you need some oxy, so I'm
Ouch. Ooh, I'm wounded. My
I'm
pride.
sorry, I just fell back
Man.
into high school for a
Ow.
second.
You're a
I mean,
moron.
all that needs to happen is you get two guys in a room, and suddenly, my feelings get hurt. It really is high school over again.
That's right. We didn't get to be bullies in high school, so we're doing it now.
Yeah,
You know?
and we're gonna bully you over the internet.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
I
that's
hear
how
that's
the
the
kids
worst
do it
kind.
these days.
It's the worst kind of bullying.
It's
is over the
called
internet.
cyberbullying.
Oh, it never stops.
All the cool kids do it.
You didn't have any friends in high school, and we know it.
I did, but they don't. I mean, they're not
Neither
here.
did we.
Neither did we, Phil. It's
They're in
fine.
Canada, I
but
swear.
this is where I need to make public service announcement. Bullying is not good. Neither is cyberbullying. None of the cool kids do it. You shouldn't either.
I hear the kids are strong in the anti-bullying these days, which is pretty
A
hard.
little bit. They are.
Yeah.
All
It's
right,
good.
you guys want to talk about okay.
Persepolis.
Persepolis, yeah.
Persepolis, which I don't think any of us actually managed to finish because it was one of
I
those
was
weeks that
close.
moved fast and instead of recording late, we're recording early.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's now officially 22 panels after dark, at least where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, look at Tad's camera.
I do.
Okay,
I
Tad?
see you have a little bit of sun still.
Well,
you
we
know.
are in we're west of you, so the sun's still setting by me.
At 9 p.m.?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
June, baby.
That's
Yep.
wild.
We're also north of you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
So longer days and the sun hasn't.
Yes,
You know?
for me, 9 p.m. sunsets are usually for the summer, and then we get like horrible winters where we don't see sunlight really at all.
Also, the sun just doesn't like you. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, we were done bullying.
Look how
I'm sorry. The sun likes you
It's
very
different.
much.
It's different coming from the sun.
right for the jugular.
I
You
don't like the
have a
sun
thing about
either.
how pale I am.
Well, the sun also doesn't like Tyler, but it has to do more dancing to miss him.
Oh man,
Persepolis.
Persepolis was a good read for this week.
Yeah.
Both because honoring Marjane was important and because like remembering the complexities of Iran
Yes,
is important.
Absolutely. Huge.
especially back then.
Well, I don't know that it's that much less complex
That's
now.
that's
We
the
don't
bizarre
we
thing.
don't get to see as much of it because, the people that will kill you for wanting things have been in power for long enough.
Not only that, but
But
the
but I mean that's one of the reasons why they are always like, "Oh, we're liberating the people." And it's like, no, the thing is like if the people don't liberate themselves,
Yeah.
you become the bad guy too because you're
yeah.
also killing the people.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And the people who are protecting them become the lesser of the evils.
Right. And I imagine that, the moment in the story where Marjane talks about the other women dressing themselves up like Western women as a form of rebellion is
Mhm.
probably not going to be happening after, we're at war with
I
them
mean, it's
and gone.
happened in the last 5 years.
Well, yeah, no, I just mean going
I mean,
forward.
that's what set off all the protests a couple of years ago.
Right. And
Um,
and and the current state of hostilities towards Iran is probably,
yeah, no, when you knock out when the people who don't like my leaders
Mhm.
took it out on me,
Right, right.
and the only people who are trying to like keep me with water and electricity are my leaders who I don't love, but they don't
Mhm.
want me to die.
Right.
Um, I might be more inclined to go along with my leaders and hope that once everybody's alive and well again, we can work on change again. But you can't work on change when people are
Mhm.
dying.
Right.
It doesn't really work that way.
Mhm.
I don't know how many times we have to go through this before we figure that out.
Quite a bit. Not everyone learns the lesson at the same time,
I mean,
Or
I think,
ever.
yeah, that's one of the other issues is that like lessons of interpersonal similarities and, about personal liberation are going to be meaningless in the eyes of an empire, that is
Yeah.
looking any war machine looking for conquest. So,
So I
yeah.
mean, let's getting into the structure of the story, from an art standpoint, right? The stark black and white coloring,
Hmm.
the no use of color gradients or gray tones in it, right? It was just very blah.
Yeah.
Every,
Well,
what's that?
it I was going to say I do agree with that initially. It took me a bit to warm up to the style and kind of get into it.
Okay.
But
So,
I really like it now. I'm very much enjoying it. So here's the thing is I was only able to get my hands on a copy of the second volume because everyone checked out all the copies before me for volume one.
yeah,
And yeah, and so I was
that's
a little
weird. We
bit,
probably read different parts of it.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I was reading from the complete, but I only got maybe a third of the way through. So I'm
Okay.
probably uh, half or a little bit more than halfway through volume one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So I guess what really was compelling for me was the minimalist line work, right? The
mhm,
minimalist in the color gradients and tones, like I said,
mhm.
all for the purpose of making it simple is not the right word, but making it universal.
Yeah.
That it wasn't just this Iranian girl. It could be any of us, right? The
Mhm.
expressive framing, right?
Yeah.
Which
The
is
the
is
way,
just really cool, right? And
yeah.
we have so with that, you can build like this universal empathy,
Yeah.
Hmm.
right? So when she's intentionally choosing simple, non-realistic style for the characters, I mean that's on purpose.
Yeah.
And then, the if it was a real face, or excuse me,
Hmm.
not a real face, but like
Like
if
photorealistic.
if the skin tone matched what they looked like in Baghdad, I don't know if it would have been appealing to a Western reader.
Not in the
That's
same
an
way.
Yeah, it's an interesting point.
I mean, I
Um,
think we talk about this sometimes with Love and Rockets too. Is like it's sometimes funny when we look at the covers because the covers are the only things they color, and it's like, oh, that
Mhm.
character is a lot darker than I had thought they were, or oh,
Yeah.
and there's always enough that that you're looking at different shades, but like exactly where isn't always clear because it is strictly black and white and not shaded, etc. So like
Mhm.
you're guessing from other features.
I
Well, I
think what
mean,
most people are going to guess, though, I mean, because white is white,
Right.
they're going to just make that assumption that, oh, I can look at this because these people look like me.
Right.
And then,
mhm,
I
I
don't
can see
know.
that. I can see that happening. I
And
think
then
that's.
the very simple eyes, right?
Or at the very
Mhm.
least, it breaks down the internal bias.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's especially interesting because I came into the story when Marjane was already in Europe, and then she returns to Iran. So it really does feel like how the style is uh, it it being more open and not as defined, with it being more figurative and based on form. There's not even like shading or hatching techniques. It really is just stark lines of black and white. That does speak to her situation traveling between these different worlds of the Middle East and Europe, and becoming the figure who steps back and forth, and in both situations is otherized. When she's in Europe, she is the outsider for being from somewhere else, and then when she's in Iran, she's the outsider for having Western influence. And yeah. Um, and so that contrasts, the stark black and white next to each other sort of thing.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, and then another part of it was like, the abstractness of when she would depict violence. For example, there was a bomb that went off and it was just geometric shapes of people as silhouettes in the air.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It just was like making horror much more artistic
Hmm.
than exploiting it, because you look at a Rob Zombie film and it's gore for the sake of gore.
Hmm.
And this is kind of the opposite of that. It's addressing that there's violence, but that's not what we're trying to sell you on.
Right.
What it does is it foregrounds the emotional impact of things over the literal happenings of them.
Yeah.
And so that was something I kind of noticed as reading it, is I also very much enjoyed the pacing that she kept up, where
Yeah.
I feel like things are the various vignettes are moving through her life at a pretty rapid pace, and the way that she's willing to condense moments and conversations and just move on to the next thing um, really made the the motif of growth, of like her growing up through this whole book, really possible. As well as, yeah, I do think that the abstraction, it gets closer to like expressionism, and by being less focus on literally what things look like. And I'm imagining, compared to something like my favorite thing is Monsters, where that is so full of detail that
Right.
hits you in the face, and is on the opposite extreme of using that artistic expression and detail to evoke emotions, as opposed to simplifying things to the point where you can feel the lived experience from them.
Yeah, this uses Scott McCloud in Understanding Comics has like the scale between abstract
Hmm.
and photorealistic, and this uses much more abstract symbolism, not purely abstract, but
Hmm.
towards that end of the spectrum,
Yeah.
where simplicity of line is used to get the story and the feeling across without overtelling anything.
Yeah. Like it appeals to a wider audience
Well, but
than,
also it makes the audience feel themselves.
yeah.
Mm.
I
There's a
mean,
difference when you have to add, like the reader is the final collaborator.
right.
And when the part that you have to add is the depth of emotion,
Mhm.
Hmm.
then you have to feel it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does just enough to tickle it to you know what you're supposed to feel because you're not hit over the head with it. You can't be the bystander to it.
Right.
You have to bring your emotion into it and feel it.
Yes.
I think the use of the 9 panel grid, like pretty heavily throughout, really emphasizes that, because since you know the largest panel that we see is a full bar, that keeps things moving, and like you said, it keeps things from being overtold and overstated, so that you as a reader have to step into each moment and participate in it, um, in a way that you don't for more detailed, realistic drawings that sort of activate the visual, like visual detail. Because there's
Right.
more, there's like a saying where it's like, um, any page, pick 2 out of 3. A lot of dialogue, a high number of panels, or a lot of visual detail. You can't really do all three at once because there's just not enough room. You run out of page.
I mean, unless you're Frank Miller and like a handful of his early books.
Yeah, yeah, and I'd even argue, I mean, yeah, it depends on the book. Um, but at least the Daredevil sequences I'm thinking of drop the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Well, since we kind of all read up to different parts or completely different part, Phil, um,
Yeah, right.
I, do you guys want to come back to this?
I was going to suggest that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
I want to spend another week with
And
this.
say
Okay,
something
yeah.
like I don't know why I said Baghdad when we're talking about Iran, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tehran.
yeah,
Hmm.
but I did not. I do not mean to assume that everywhere in the Middle East is the same.
I mean, we know you. You're from the middle of the United States where everything is the same.
So
So
this
you
is
assume
where
that the middle of anywhere else is all the same too.
It's all the
so
same
this
shit. It's
Everybody
yeah,
in New
right.
York is the same. And frankly, everybody in New York is the same as everybody in Los Angeles. And and
Oh,
everybody in Southeast Asia is the same. And they eat rice, and everybody in the Middle East is the same, and they have long beards,
oh,
which is why you want to move there.
yeah. I'll fit in good, but I don't recall if I have ever seen a Middle Eastern man with a beard that's gray. Their beards
Mm,
hold color.
they do,
It's
they
I
do.
amazing.
think
I
in
mean, I think
some
I
of the older
have,
guys get
but
gray.
I get
Yeah,
where you're coming from.
you know.
I mean, I look like I mean, no, I mean I don't look any older than you, Ted, but we look terrible. I mean, you and I
Like
are
terrible. I
you and
wouldn't
I
say
are just
terrible.
great. There you go. Ted has
So
long
this
hair, listener,
my
down to his
perspective,
chin.
my dad was 100% gray haired by the time he was 40. So like I don't
I
see that
was
as old.
100% gray haired by the time I was, well, I guess 100% I might have been 35.
Wow.
I was more gray than not by like 30.
Were you? I was going bald in my 20s, so that was, fun
That's
to.
my college roommate.
Friend who
College
was
roommate.
almost entirely bald in high school.
Ooh,
I
that's
met a
great.
guy like that too. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's talk about comic books.
Yeah,
Let's
coming up this week. It's kind of a light week, but like really good stuff in the light week.
yeah.
Because I can tell you that Dead Teenagers _4 from Judah S. Doyle and Caitlin Yarsky is in fact spectacular, as is Pear Shape from Nick Thorburn at Fantagraphics Underground. You should go check out the book, but you should also check and our podcast because I talked to Nick Thornburn. But also, he's in a band called The Cream. Their debut album came out last week. Fantastic.
Is it?
So yeah, in the span of 2 weeks, he has a fantastic album and a fantastic comic drop. Not many people can say that, but he pulled it off. So yeah, no, high recommendations for those. What I'm looking forward to most is Babs the Black Road South #4, which I actually already have waiting for me. Because I got my reader copy.
Yep.
Smile for the Camera #4 from Hannah Rose
I don't
Rose
remember
Bay
number
at
3.
it came out.
Did it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hannah Rose May and Mariana Puglia at IDW, and then Concrete Stars Over Sand #1 from Paul Chadwick at Dark Horse. Are my 3 picks for the week. Though we also have Dog Tag #2, End of Life #5, some new Hellboy and Love, If Destruction Be Our Lot, Of the Earth, and Olympus Saga Megalith, all #2s. So a lot of #2s this week.
Speaking of, not speaking of, I want to jump back.
Speaking of #2,
Yeah,
you need to.
speaking of #2. No, I want to jump back a minute. To last week's comics. Raphael Grandpa's series of Batman, what was it called? Finally wrapped up after 9
God knows
months.
how long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the Gargoyles?
Yes. Yep.
Gargoyles of Gotham?
Yep. Issue #4 dropped this past week. And it had to have been at least maybe a few years.
I don't think it was as long as Hush 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Which also dropped last week, didn't it?
Yeah, that was a long one. You know what? It might have been longer because last time we got one of the Batman Raphael, I'll have to look in my app and figure it out because that's crazy.
It's been a bit.
Oh, okay.
All right, Phil.
Yep. This is
Let's hear about your wizardry.
Yep, giant size trade rare.
Does that actually
pick of the week?
come out this week? I thought
That's
that was...
according to the League of Comic Geeks. It does. So if they've betrayed me once again, I guess I'll just keep using them and getting betrayed. But
it's not hard to with them. Believe me, I've hit that.
Yeah, no, they put it up when the initial date is announced. And they don't always get it when it changes. And yeah, this has changed a little bit. It's due in stores on August 5th.
Ah, dagnabbit. Okay. Something else. Oh gosh.
I was just shocked that it would because that's not the type of thing that I would leave off of my list of graphic novels or collections.
Right. I mean, well, that's you never know. It's something that you don't always hear of.
I guess what I'll say, Phil, is if you only look at League of Comic Geeks and it's not on my graphic novels or collections, you should double check from PRH or Lunar.
Well, don't tell me that the Koseki the Deathless Omnibus also got pushed back because that also makes for a great looking pick.
That was PRH, and I might have left that off just because it's not
new. I mean,
well, and it's Hellboy Universe.
Yeah.
So like, remind me how to spell Koseki.
Koshchei.
SHCH.
The old SHCH, yep. And then EI. The Deathless.
EI?
Yep.
That is out June 16th.
Oh,
there you go.
It. That's a winner. But yeah, I read the Koseki the Deathless miniseries. It was way better than I expected it to be. Need to.
Well, I mean, they're always good.
They are, but it was one of those where I remember when I bought it when it came out, it was kind of like, wow, hem and hawing. But then by the time I actually read it, I was like, holy shit, this was really good. I would say it's probably one of the better Hellboy tie-ins. So that's why I need to read Koseki in Hell at one point these days.
Well, that's part of this omnibus, I think.
It is indeed. It's been a while since I bought a Hellboy book, but yeah, that was the one that I was eyeing before I saw Old Albion.
Well, there you go.
Which is not coming.
That one fits.
Yep.
That one's actually coming out.
Coming out.
There we go. All right, so I'll put that down.
He can care less. You just put something in there, goddammit.
Right.
It's true.
Well, I like to steer our listeners properly. Hi, Mom. Hi, Adam.
know
Hi,
you
Britt.
do.
Hi, John.
We know. And we appreciate that and love that about you.
One day it might matter.
One day. One day. No, I'm just kidding. But Tad, it is awesome to have you down here.
Nice to be here.
It was nice to see Kelly earlier and your niece and nephew.
Yep.
It's
I
fun.
think they enjoyed it here.
Did they? Okay,
It
good.
seemed like it.
Good. Yeah, they bought some Pokemon, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Was
but
it Pokemon or Magic? It's Magic.
Magic. Yeah, you're
Magic
right.
and
Magic.
one of those coffin thingies.
Yeah, the Teddy Bears. Phil, when are you coming to visit?
I do not know, honestly.
All right.
If
I'm
you
sorry.
start walking now, you can be here by next Saturday.
Holy
Interesting. I don't know if
And
I'll
you
have that
won't have to
stamina.
pay for gas.
I'll have to pay for something, that's for sure.
Just put protein bars in your backpack.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Hey,
Carry a water bottle.
hey, Tad, look out the window. So my person that I share the building with,
Is showing
that here, I'm
cookie
gonna
jar?
I'm gonna go let Theo in.
Okay.
All right, before we sign off.
Okay.
Oh, now it's dark.
Now we'll kill time, kill air. You're the one that signs us off, Tyler, and
That's
you
why I was
went
bringing-
running away.
I'm bringing Theo in.
Oh, you're bringing Theo in.
Come on in, Theo. We're doing our
Oh.
comic book podcast right now. So our microphone is on this computer. So Theo is showing us a cookie jar of a mouse. Correct? It is
Nice.
a very, very cute ceramic cookie jar.
You
May
know,
I
a
show-
small part of me
show-
was hoping interesting. I was hoping
Yeah.
Theo would be like the neighborhood cat, but you know,
Close enough.
all right.
Theo is close to the neighborhood cat. Theo lives above the store. Here, let's turn the camera and Theo can say hi.
For our listeners out there, Theo is saying hi.
Yes. Well, anyway, yeah,
It didn't just go up on YouTube. We're audio only.
yeah, yeah. We're only keeping the audio.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you guys after the next page. Later.